Good morning, everyone. I am Swati Srikandarunkar, Assistant Professor from Priyadarshini College of Engineering, Department of CSC. Today, we are going to learn some object-oriented programming concept. So, learning objective to prepare a object-oriented design for small-scale, medium-scale problems to demonstrate the difference between traditional imperative design and object-oriented design, to explain class structure as fundamental modular building block, to understand the role of inheritance, polymorphism, dynamic binding, and generic structure in building reusable code, to write small medium scale C++ program with simple graphical user interface, to use class written by other program when constructing their systems. So, introduction of C++. C++ is an object-oriented programming language. It was developed by Charney Stroustrup at AT&T Bell Laboratories. Stroustrup initially called the new language C with classes. However, later in 1983, the name was changed to C++. The idea of C++ comes from the C increment operator plus plus, thereby suggesting that C++ is an augmented version of C. So, various concepts of OOPS, object, classes, data abstraction, data encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, dynamic binding, and message passing. First concept is object. Objects are the basic runtime entity in an object oriented system. They may represent a person, a place, a bank account, a table of data, or any atom that the program has to handle. When a program is executed, the objects interact by sending message in one another. Classes. Class is a collection of similar type of object with common property, behavior, and attribute. Classes are user-defined that types and behave like the built-in types of programming language. The syntax used to create the object is not different than the syntax used to create an integer object in C. If fruit has been defined as a class, then the statement fruit mango will create an object mango belonging to the class fruit. Data abstraction and encapsulation. The wrapping up of data and function into a single unit is known as encapsulation. Data encapsulation is the most striking feature of a class. The data is not accessible to the outside world, and only those functions which are wrapped in the class can access it. These functions provide the interface between the object, data, and the program. This insulation of data from direct access by the program is called data handling or information handling. Data abstraction. Abstraction refers to the act of representing essential features without including the background details or explanation. Classes use the concept of abstraction and are defined as a list of abstract attributes such as size, weight, and cost. And function operate on this attribute. They encapsulate all essential properties of the object that are to be created. Polymorphism. Polymorphism is another important feature of OOP concept. Poly means many, morphism means forms. Polymorphism is a Greek term, means the ability to take more than one form. An operation may exhibit different behavior in different instances. The behavior depends upon the types of data used in the operation. So this is the example of polymorphism. There are three subclasses, that is man, bird, and fish, and one superclass, that is living thing. And all these subclasses acquire the use the feature move. That is man moves by walking, bird moves by flying, and fish moves by swimming. So in the above example, living thing is the base class and derived classes man, bird, and fish. The operation move is taking different form. That is man moves by walking, bird moves by flying, and fish moves by swimming. Next property is inheritance. Inheritance is the process by which one class acquires the feature of another class. It supports the concepts of hierarchical classification. In OOP, the concept of inheritance provides the idea of reusability. This means that we can add additional feature to an existing class without modifying it. This is possible by deriving a new class from the existing one. The new class will have the combined feature of both the classes. So this is single inheritance. One base class and one derived class is called as single inheritance. Multiple base classes and single derived class is called as multiple inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. More than two classes, that is base class, intermediate base class, and derived class is called as multi-level inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance. One base class and multiple derived classes is called as hierarchical inheritance. combination of all these inheritances is called as hybrid inheritance. Dynamic binding. Binding refers to the linking of procedure call to the code to be executed in response to the call. Dynamic binding means that the code associated with a given procedure call is not known until the time of the call at runtime. It is associated with polymorphism and inheritance. A function call associated with a polymorphic reference depends on the dynamic type of that reference. So this is the example of dynamic binding. Message passing in C++ is the method of communication between two or more objects. A message is used to communicate with other object by invoking the function of other object. A real-life entity model using the OOP concept in C++ provides an example of message passing. Thank you.